So our next awardee is Jeannette. So Jeannette is the awardee for 2020. If you would like to bring Jeannette up. Hello, Jeannette. Hey, Jeannette, we can hear you. So let me just give a quick introduction to Jeannette. We're very delighted Jeannette made it. Jeannette's out on Navajo Nation, where internet connections can be tricky. And I just want to say that we're really delighted that this year's Lifetime Achievement Award is going to my dear friend and colleague, Jeannette Yazzie. Jeannette is a member of the Navajo Tribe. She recently retired from her position as nurse consultant for the Indian Health Service. After 30, and Jeannette, if you could just mute yourself till I'm finished the introduction. There's a little mute button because the papers are funny. There we go. So Jeannette retired after 37 years of nursing service in various different tribal communities, but mainly on Navajo. And on Navajo Nation, Jeannette led the Indian Health Service Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative. You can see my huge smile because I was involved in this initiative, and that's where I met Jeannette. And I have to say that one of the first things I thought when I met Jeannette was, oh my goodness, there are these people out here working like crazy on this. And you know, that this hasn't even entered my radar screen before. I was just amazed at the amount of work that was going on with Baby Friendly that even me as a Baby Friendly expert, I wasn't aware of at all. Some of the memorable moments with Jeannette in Navajo, one of them included riding across the desert. There's a part of Navajo that looks like the sort of moon surface. And I was in the dust of Jeannette's car, and I was sort of driving behind her in this big dust cloud, trying to keep up with her because she's a really fast driver, let's put it that way. And then the other moment when she told me that I just go 100 miles north and then turn right at the gas station, which is like, the gas station, which one? She's like, there's only one gas station. And then many wonderful evenings spent together at Earl's Restaurant in Gallup, where Jeannette very helpfully negotiated the best deals for me on all the Indian jewelry that was being brought to our table. So I just had some wonderful personal moments. But, you know, we're really honoring Jeannette for her tremendous leadership of Baby Friendly on Navajo. She takes full credit for ensuring that all those hospitals were in shape. And I know she's going to give credit to the staff, but Jeannette was the director of this whole sort of engineering of this whole program. And indeed, all the hospitals on Navajo and in the whole IHS were designated in 2012. And Jeannette also helped to get many of them redesignated in 2017. And she's worked all her life to improve Native American health. So I will just turn it over to her. You can unmute and take it away, Jeannette. Oh, we can't hear. You need to unmute, Jeannette. You're still on mute. There you go.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction. I appreciate it. It has been a great journey. And of course, I had the pleasure of meeting Anne in the whole process. And that's been in itself a reward. I am, like I said, Jeannette Yazzie, recently retired from the Indian Health Service, which is a federal government here on the reservation. These are some pictures here I just put on the front page, Candy Shea and Women Weaving, which we do here on the reservation. Next slide, please. Just to give you some introduction to the Navajo Nation, with Navajo Reservation is located on the very northeastern part of the state of Arizona. Actually, the Navajo Nation is about the size of the state of West Virginia, about 27,673 square miles. It consists of the states of New Mexico and Arizona and Utah and borders Colorado. One of the reasons we really got into Baby Friendly here on Navajo was because of the large number of people among the Navajo population who are diabetic and suffer from obesity. Next slide, please. Here's just basically an idea of where the Navajo Nation is, the Navajo Reservation, in relation to the United States. Next slide. And this is a little bit closer picture of the Navajo Reservation itself. There are what we call agencies on the reservation in this whole area. And we have basically 6 hospitals. 4 of them are federally managed and operated, and 2 of them are managed by the tribe. And the next slide, please. And as Ann stated, this whole activity and involvement with Baby Friendly and bringing women back to what was naturally our cultural origin of breastfeeding was really the effort and commitment. And I'm going to get emotional here because there were a lot of people involved, and it was a mixed group, not just nurses. We had administration definitely behind this. We have public health nurses, health educators, physicians, even though it wasn't always an ET project in the beginning, but in due time, the group received what we call an area director award, which is a regional director award. And again, there's a picture of the team. We had an area-wide team, a Navajo Area nationwide team, and then each hospital developed their own team members as well. Next slide, please. And there are some other team members there. And the first hospital that actually became baby-friendly was our community in Crown Point. And there's a picture, again, with the background. The person in uniform is actually from our regional office in Maryland, and the gentleman behind the plaque is the CEO of the hospital, and then many of the other nurses, including doctors, there in the picture. Next slide. Here's some, again, pictures ongoing. I certainly welcome all of you. If you ever have the opportunity, we have open doors, especially once we get across the pandemic, to come and visit the reservation, the Navajo Reservation, Navajo Nation. There is a picture of Shiprock, and the team from Shiprock even went to the extent of putting up baby stations at community fairs, local events that happen on the reservation so that women could have the opportunity to have an area to breastfeed. Our prominent staple here are sheep and goats. So I want to make sure that I have a picture of sheep and goats here. The center there is our Navajo tribal flag. And again, Monument Valley. Many people have heard of Monument Valley. And I wanted to make sure that that was also included. And some of you may have even traveled to the Navajo Nation, and specifically to Monument Valley. It certainly is a major tourist attraction here on the Navajo Nation. Next slide. And finally, just a great hats off to Anne and her support and educational support and just being here on the reservation with us, going to all the hospitals, meeting the staff, and here's some pictures from the conferences, put posters up and part of the group. And with just the team effort, the group engagement, and the importance of supporting women and letting them know that breastfeeding was definitely the most healthiest way to support babies, and not only for moms and babies, but a good healthy beginning. The Indian Health Service, which consists of 13 hospitals, eventually have all been baby-friendly certified and continue to be. So it has been a great accomplishment for the Indian Health Service, not only on the Navajo Nation, but across the country. Again, thank you so much for this honorable award, something that I wasn't expecting, but it was a great surprise. And again, only done because of the great support from the team. And I just wanted to end this by letting you know that you're welcome to my community of Lukachukai. And this is what I see each morning I go out my door. It's beautiful. Again, thank you.